Subunits are an important part of Love Live. It brings in a lot of diversity to the style of music that Love Live offers. There are currently 9 subunits as of right now, with the most recent iterations just only having 1 single so far. In this video I'll be looking at each single and seeing which single I believe did the best out of all of them. A bad first single does not doom the group, nor does a good start mean the subunit will be the best. Of course, these are my useless and debatably incorrect opinions, but I'll ask for your opinion in the poll at the end of the video. But before we get to the rankings for these subunits, let's preview the songs in each single for each subunit. Each single has 2 songs, so a total of 18 songs. The songs that we're going to preview is Diamond Princess no Yuuutsu, Love Novels, Shiranai Love Oshiete Love, Ano Gambare, Love Marginal, Sweet and Sweet Holiday, Tokimeki Bunruigaku, Torikoriko Please, Genki Zenkai Day Day Day, Yozora wa Nandemo Shitteru no, Strawberry Trapper, Guilty Night Guilty Kiss, Dreamland Dreamworld, Cheer for You, Supernova, Love Triangle, Sing and Smile, and Beautiful Moonlight. So let's go ahead and get to the previews, and then we'll discuss my rankings.
一つでされたいから返事はいらないのまだ無用ゆかりかい夢みたいのはないほら扉を開ければそこはまるでおとぎ話ようこそはズナランドへさあ驚かれなして民謡にまででいいピンクに染まった頬感知しました恋心まるで誰かを好きになるのってすごく素敵なことでしょ星空のようにきらめくから太陽のようにみなぎる未来最高を見せてあげるよ未来緑から Thinking about you all day all night Thinking about you 君とあの子と私の事情平和的解決は無理なのかな誰にも傷ついてほしい All night I know 夜空に光る星が3つ帰り道いつも通り歩いてた夢の世界へ連れてくよ心から笑ってみて夜に浮かぶ白い月が窓辺さと出た Beautiful moonlight ひとときの goodbye 君の声が恋
Lastly, before I go over my rankings are based on the combinations of how much I like both songs. So there could be one really great song in here, but if the other song is not that good for me, then it won't necessarily be in the top. I will not be looking at who's in the group, the dances or the MVs, live performances, or any other factors. This is strictly just how I feel about the audio part of the song. Nothing more beyond that. I could also take a look at things such as like lyrics, because that is part of the song, but I want to make sure every song has a level playing ground because not every song has been animated. So with that out of the way, who do I think had the worst first single as a subunit? For me, it's pretty clear. The worst single goes to AZALEA. Cheer for You, without a doubt, is the worst song for me out of all the first subunit songs. It alone makes me really disappointed in this subunit as a whole. It's just not a great song for me. I've talked with it to other people too, and most people really don't care for this song at all. It's a pretty underwhelming song. The song also makes me question, what is AZALEA trying to be here? Usually you want to try to establish the style or the group with the first song, and there is two songs, so generally one does and one is more branching out, as you'll see in other albums. But what is this group trying to be? A cute group? A Printemps style kind of group? It makes me feel like they're trying to be a cute group, but that has little nothing to do with Setsuna, and I know some people might think she could be cute, but her style is definitely more like a rock and roll kind of style. With Shizuku and Ayumu, I guess they could be a little bit more in a cutesy image. I could see Ayumu trying to pull that off, Shizuku a little bit less, but overall that just seems to be a little conflicting with the image here. I imagine they would have been a little bit more AZALEA-like, but whatever. And let's just focus on the songs. So Cheer for You just doesn't have anything that redeeming for me. The song's just confusing. Is this supposed to be cutesy? Then why is Setsuna in the group? Why is she singing in the song? You know, it just feels like the song conflicts the whole group as a whole. It's kind of like when Ruby does Starlight, which obviously it's funny, but of course it doesn't fit. The song just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. On top of that, I just don't really care for the song, to be honest. She's good, Ayumu can be a little cutesy, but more of the gentle, innocent type, at least in my eyes. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, I think Shizuku would be much more fitted into a AZALEA kind of style, kind of group, and Ayumu probably, I don't know, something like Quartz probably made a little more sense. But just as a song, this is not that great. Kasumi and Rita would make a little more sense for this kind of song. And I guess the chorus is okay for this song, but honestly, that's about as far as I'm willing to go for this. I just don't really find this song interesting at all. I guess the one nice thing it has Asuna in the lyrics, and that I'm always very appreciative when a song will have the name of the group in the lyrics, because I think that is a cool shout out. And not every song does do that, and not every group has a song that necessarily does that. So honestly, that is a nice thing to have. As for the other song, we have Dreamland Dream World. And I actually do like the song. It's kind of got a spunk and got a bit of energy, and the song feels like it fits a little bit better as a group, but still not really. I like the concept though, a park with attractions themed around Asuna. I think that's really cool. I'm not exactly sure what you fill the park with, but I still think that it's a really nice idea and a very unique idea for a kind of song. The vibe is pretty nice, but maybe that's just me. I also appreciate, again, this also having Asuna in the lyrics as well, so that's both songs, which is pretty cool to have. It's a fun and catchy rhythm, and the melody is also pretty decent, but this song alone isn't good enough for me to not give it last place. So overall, Asuna just really fails to impress in their first single here. Of course, we might get to see the second single really soon, and I'm excited to see that. I really do like all the girls in Asuna a lot, and I'm just kind of sad to see it was a big miss for me. They had one decent song and a yikes. I hate to read them last because I see so much potential for them, and I desperately want to like this group. It's the group that I thought would have been my favorite from the get-go before we knew what songs they had. But honestly, I think it is deserved to be the least favorite NijiGaku subunit so far. This whole single doesn't really feel like it matches the girl. Maybe they could come back with the second single, but at least that's how I feel. It's okay to do different styles and try to keep the subunits unique and fresh, but overall this single is underwhelming. Next up is CYaRon. So this is a big step up from Asuna, well, mainly because Asuna just really didn't do well in my opinion. In fact, it was kinda hard to pick who was basically not last place for me. Genki, Zenkai, Day, and Yozora wa Nandemo Shitteru no are both pretty decent songs. Let's start with Yozora wa Nandemo Shitteru no. This one does not establish the style that you expected from CYaRon when we first looked at them. That is more established in the other song. This one is more of a slower with interesting choices of musical instruments like crickets and water. It's melodious, and while it doesn't fit the image of CYaRon, at least the one you expected, it still is a relaxing song to listen to. Instrumentation is nice, it doesn't intrude, and it really builds up the atmosphere. The song does start a bit slow in the beginning, but it does keep a nice tempo, and it does speed up later. Honestly, I think it's a pretty nice song with a good flow. The other song is Genki, Zenkai, Day, and this one definitely fits their image a lot more. It's got the energy and cutesy elements you expect from the group. It's an amazing song? No. At least not for me, but I do appreciate a lot of the elements such as Yo shouting Yozora, lighthearted, and it's a pretty cute song. Overall, I still think CYaRon did pretty decent for its first single. It didn't blow me away, but they're two pretty decent songs, each having a unique feel. So DiverDiva gets 7th place. They had 2 songs, Supernova and Love Triangle. Supernova is a pretty fun name. But overall, the song is just fine for me. I do like that I raps a little bit here, but beyond that, I guess I like the chorus, and I think the bridge is pretty catchy. And this song also does have that kind of DiverDiva kind of style, and even better, they have DiverDiva as the lyrics. So I think that's a really cool thing to have. Overall, not necessarily quite my style. It's a good song, and I think it has some catchy elements, but there are other songs that I would definitely prefer to listen to. Love Triangle is a little bit more like my kind of song, and it's definitely my preferred song in this album. I kind of make a pretty nice dynamic duo here. The instrumentals are stylish, and I like how the bass is powerful but not intrusive. The synthesizers also are great at enhancing the harmony. I really enjoy the melodies, and the vocals are pretty solid. The song isn't mind-boggling anywhere, but I still think overall it is a pretty enjoyable song. There isn't really a whole lot of parts that I say, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid song. Overall, DiverDiva did alright. I'm definitely digging Love Triangle. It's a fun song to listen to, but I won't be necessarily listening to it all the time. Supernova is alright, but there are definitely a lot of other better songs out there for me personally. In 6th place, I have Printemps, which honestly is nowhere near my favorite as a subunit, but I think they did a pretty good job for themselves in their first single. It came out with Love Marginal and Sweet&Sweet Holiday. Love Marginal is not at all like what you expect from the standard Printemps kind of style that we know of. It's not cutesy or lighthearted, it's a dramatic love song. They also have no extra rhyme, so it's not the only time that we have it stray from their quote-unquote typical style, so I guess it's not that weird, but it is still a little off. Love Marginal is a really solid song. The piano and the instruments are really tense from the get-go, and I like how deep the voices are here. The guitar is a nice addition to the song as well. The chorus and the vocal variation is really well done. It's a very solid song by these girls. You can feel the passion and intensity from the music. The song is impactful and definitely should not be marginally loved by the fans. Sweet&Sweet Holiday is much more like the standard Printemps kind of style. I'm not usually a big fan of that kind of style, but this one is a bit of an exception. It's a fun song with a nice beat. It isn't a great song, and it does tend to be a bit repetitive after a while, but I think it's a really sweet song, and it's just filled with fun pre-verses and verses overall, so I think it's a fun song to listen to. Overall, Printemps came out with 2 songs that I do like. I don't get all the hate that Printemps gets. Not all of their songs are super cutesy, and well, there are ones that are like that. They can still be fun songs to listen to. BiBi is the original group for that more mature style. They had 2 songs in their first single with Diamond Princess no Yuuutsu and Love Novels. Diamond Princess no Yuuutsu is the most BiBi song out there. Its style is very indicative of the cool and mature style of the group. The bass and the synthesizers give that cool club kind of feeling for that song. I'm surprised that many people don't really remember or care that much for the song, but perhaps that is because this came out before the anime. The vocals are very well balanced, and the song has a powerful beat that resonates with its stylish aura. The other song is Love Novels, which is very different. It's not at all what you expect from a BiBi song. It's a little more towards that Nico side of this group. It's got a level of goofiness to it. I'm not a huge fan of this song, though I do think the chorus is pretty good. The chorus is a bit more BiBi-like overall, but this doesn't really impress me that much. It's kind of matching Nico, to be honest, and not so much for Maki or Ellie. But that being said, this song is alright. The chorus honestly saves that song for me. So BiBi has one very underrated, cool, catchy song and a decent song in Love Novels. I'm a fan of Diamond Princess no Yuuutsu, so I definitely bumped it up here, but I'm holding it back a little bit since of Love Novels. I'm aware a lot of people like that song, but for me, it's just alright. Aqours' first single has 2 songs, Sing and Smile and Beautiful Moonlight. Let's start with Beautiful Moonlight. It's honestly a really nice song. I know a lot of people have yelled at me since I didn't hail it the best subunit song in NijiGaku, and honestly in my opinion it's not, but this song is still very unique and it's anything unlike Love Live has made so far. It's gentle and harmonic, and the voices are really smooth in this song. It's a really relaxing song to listen to with all the angelic voices. It's not super energetic or gets you pumped up, which is definitely more my style, but this song is a really good listen. I do like this song, and I don't want it to make it sound like I don't, because I do. Although it's not necessarily my style, it is a really nice song. Sing and Smile is a song a little bit more of my caliber when compared to Beautiful Moonlight. This one definitely appeals a little bit more because it's a little more sped up. I really like the verses a lot. They are catchy, and having 4 girls allows the girls to harmonize in the background while someone else sings, and I like how they take advantage of that very well. Of course, it is very fun to listen to, and I really like the variation of voices a lot in this. Both songs are really solid in Aqours, and they definitely did the best in NijiGaku in my opinion for the first single, so overall, a pretty good start for Aqours.
Shiranai Love Oshiete Love,
Lily White does an excellent job here with the 2 songs Shiranai Love Oshiete Love and Anone Gambare. Shiranai Oshiete Love very much appeals to that Lily White style of traditional with modern elements. The song is very fast paced and dramatic, and that's what I love about Lily White so much. This song is a bit more dramatic with some wonderful vocals. The other song, Anone Gambare, is a bit more of a festive with a hint of a kind of almost Spanish feeling with the trumpets here. Both songs get you pumped up in a very similar way, and I love the energy from the girls, and both songs are kind of similar in many ways. They both invoke that kind of lily white feeling, and both songs are very fun to listen to. Debatably, the favorite subunit out of all of them does very well in their first single. They made a very strong impact from the get-go. People love them and know them for their very interesting personalities and styles, which makes it a very attractive image to a lot of people. The first single included Strawberry Trapper and Guilty Night, Guilty Kiss. Strawberry Trapper has been a favorite for so many fans. The song is very electrifying and full of that rock and roll style that Guilty Kiss is all about. The song is full of that gothic style that they are known for. Not only is the song perfect for the group, it's catchy and fast paced. It's a fun song, and while I don't like it as much as necessarily as other people, I still really enjoy the song. The other song is Guilty Night, Guilty Kiss. This one is not as intense as the previous song. This song is a more pop inspired and more akin to my style. The chorus is so catchy, and I just love the echo, Guilty Kiss, which is literally their group name. As for a Guilty Kiss song, I think this one is pretty underrated. Overall, I expect this one to be the one that does the best overall amongst the fans, and it usually does. It has two excellent songs that are very much loved to this day. Can you tell that I'm an AZALEA fan? Yes, I'm a fan, but it's because of their first single that I really started liking AZALEA in the first place. This single is one of the strongest singles out there for me, with two excellent songs. First is Tokimeki Bunruigaku. Honestly, at first I wasn't really in this song, to be honest. It was a bit slow, and the whole first verse and chorus was it was nice, it was melodic, but it kind of got boring. It's a really delicate song, but it really does establish what AZALEA is all about. Innocence, elegance, gentleness, style, traditionalism. But the song does a 180 when the second chorus comes around. It's faster and more catchy, but without losing that elegance and gentleness of the first chorus. It's got that traditional oriental appeal with the more modern elements to keep it interesting. That's what I enjoy about AZALEA a lot. And of course, I'll never shut up about my favorite part of the song where they spell out their name of their subunit. That is just so cool. It's really an unrated song, and I get it. People don't like very slow songs sometimes, but perhaps this one will grow on you. The other song is Torikoriko Please. This song alone got me interested in AZALEA. I love the song so much, and it's one of my favorite subunit songs. Right from the beginning, the song starts with a bang. The instrumentals are so flavorful, and honestly, it makes me feel like this almost belongs in kind of a mecha anime. Almost. The vocals are so wonderful, and of course, the chorus, it's so electrifying and catchy. Overall, this album is amazing. I got a physical copy because the single is just too good not to buy. Yes, this is the biased AZALEA fan in me going crazy here, but honestly, I think the single was a home run for me. Full marks, and I don't think any subunit could overcome this, but we'll have to see about Superstar, I guess. So that concludes my rankings on the first subunit singles. So of course this is not necessarily my opinions as the subunits as a whole or any subunit singles that came after it. Just because I don't necessarily like the first single doesn't mean I will not like that subunit at all, because that is not the case at all. Yes, some did better than others in the first singles, but there's always chances for them to improve in future singles. I know plenty of you will absolutely not agree with my opinion, so that's why I have a poll here. If you're interested in expressing your opinion here, you can go ahead and visit the link in the description for the poll, where you can vote on what you believe is the best or worst in the first single for the subunit. I have also a lot of other polls, so if you visit the other link in the description, you'll get to see a Google Sheet where there's a bunch of other polls where I have like 10 or so going at a time at once. So let me know what you guys think about the first singles. Who did it the best? Who did it the worst? Why is that? Is it just because of one a really amazing song, or do you think they had a good balance of two songs, which is more important than just having one good song? Let me know how you feel about this, and what direction do you think the subunits for NijiGaku will go out in the future, as we still have not gotten the second ones at this moment, but maybe they're coming very soon. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about the comments below, and I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.